Hey there, moviegoers, and welcome to Aaron's Review. I am reviewing every film nominated for a major category at the Academy Awards. It's been really fun to watch all these different kinds of movies. I don't typically go to the movies very often, so I've been going to more movies, renting more things, opening my mind to more different kinds of art out there. And I've been a very big fan of the Oscars since I was a little kid. And in my adulthood, I kind of have stepped away from the Oscars for different reasons. And so now I am jumping back in. I wanted to make sure I saw every film nominated for Best Picture at the very least, if I could try to get in the animated, try to get into the documentaries, the international. And speaking of international, today's film is nominated for Best Picture, Best International Feature, and Best Actress. The film is I'm Still Here, a film that is all in Portuguese. It's from Brazil, and so there is subtitles. I saw it in the theater, and I'm so glad I went to the theater to see this. So let's get into this film. I'm going to give you my 1 minute summary. I only have a minute to tell you a generalization of the film, just all in good fun. I'm not going to give away anything. There's no spoilers up in this. We're just going to give a generality, kind of like what a trailer would do for you. We're going to do this in three. I hope we get all the names right. I mean, three, two, one. So I'm Still Here is actually a true story based off of the life of Rubens Paiva. I think I'm saying it right, Pava, as well as Eunice Paiva. And Rubens is an ex-political congressman of some sort, and they've returned to Brazil. And in Brazil, there's a dictatorship that's happening where the military have taken over, and he uh, disappears. He gets arrested, and there's a disappearance. And then Eunice is kind of faced with finding him. Where did he go? The military has taken him away, kidnapped him, and arrested him. And so to figure out how to get him home. And this is all a true story of things that happened. I don't want to give anything else more, but that is just the compact way of telling you what this film's about. And there you go. I hope that was helpful. And someone in the comments, please tell me if I'm saying their names right. I hate butchering names, but I believe, yeah, Eunice. I can't remember. When they say it in Portuguese in the film, it sounds so beautiful, and it sounds terrible right now, coming from my English accent, my American accent, my Californian American accent. But Paiva, and Eunice Paiva. Hmm. That's my 1 minute summary. So after my 1 minute summary, I typically do a 1 minute review, and that's just to give you my basic thoughts about the film. So this is going to be a 1 minute review that's just typically all in fun, but this is a much serious film, and it's actual like a real thing that happened. So I'm gonna try to keep it light, but it's not a light subject matter whatsoever. So I'm just gonna give a 1 minute review. That way you know how I felt about the film. And then after, I'll have a for me, not for me, where we can go a bit deeper into the film. So here we go. In three, two, one. I loved this film. Brought me to tears so many times throughout it. And it really is kind of this, we all just want to be seen and heard in this world. And to then have this disappearance and this arrest happen, and it feels like it never happened because they won't even say that it happened because of the dictatorship that's happening. And it makes you feel like you're invisible. And as well as I don't know much about Brazilian politics, and to know that this happened in the 70s, that there was really this occupation that was happening, I can't imagine the fear. It really struck me to the core. And this is just a typical family. And he was just trying to help the cause, kind of, he was in his way his own real life Jedi underneath the occupation, trying to find a way to help others, and he was arrested for that. Mm. Yeah. So yes, I loved this film, but let's find out if this is a for me or not for me, and let's go a bit deeper. So now it's my segment. If I tell you if the film is for me, not for me, I don't give 5 stars or 4 stars, 3 stars. I just let you know if it's for me, not for me. Cut and dry, art is subjective. This is just one person's opinion, and I don't think grading it is really helpful, right? But if it's a for me, not for me, and this is obviously, I'm not going to be coy here. This is for me. This was such a for me film. To watch a film about dictatorship and military occupation, I mean, this was the 70s, right? This was not that far away. And at this time in our own American history, it was very actually kind of cathartic to watch, to see how people still lived. They were all so happy, this family. They have 5 kids and just enjoying their life and just so loving, and then to have these terrible things, very scary, real thing of the arrest, and how they showed, because even gosh, I can't believe I'm gonna butcher her name again. Eunice, even how she gets arrested and taken away too, but she is eventually released, and just how the questions that are asked, what they were doing behind the closed doors, and I don't want to give away too much because I do want you to see the film, but through it we get to see a long span of time, right? Not just this year. I think it's 1971 in the film, the beginning, but then we get to see kind of I'm still here in many different ways, right? She does get to get older, and we see her and the kids in different kind of ways. It kind of becomes this thing of like, even when your body's here, are you still here? And then if you don't get answers that you're looking for, you're still here. Yeah, I'm still here. And I thought that was such a touching way to go about this film and to go about their lives, that you do want some recognition of that you are still here. And I think it also answers that people are, when they go through different kinds of battles, physically or mentally, and that people who have come and gone, they're still here. We want to know that our lives matter, right? And the people that we love, that their lives matter. And so it's just a beautiful, well done film. Please watch it when it comes on streaming if you're not able to watch it at the movie theaters. I recommend it. Best Picture, Best Actress, Best International Feature. I'm still here. So now it's my erroneous thoughts segment. My name is Aaron. And usually this is an erroneous thought that I just like to up on the cuff, think about and want to talk about. It could be about the film, it could be about the Oscars, since we're talking about that. And today I want to talk about the nomination of Fernanda Torres in this film, because I spoke about this when I did my Conclave review. If you don't know, maybe I'll just link it right there for you. But in my Conclave review, I really was saying that they don't award subtle performances very often, or even recognize subtle performances. They want these grand performances. And Fernanda Torres it's in my opinion, a tour de force performance, but extremely subtle. So subtle. And I'm so thankful that, this is an international film. This is all in Portuguese. And that's very rare for a actor, actress to get acknowledged and be nominated in this way. And I'm so happy for her. Also, that she is, not to speak, I'm not an ageist over here, not to speak about age, but for her to be, an older actress that's typically not also seen or represented in film. And so grateful for that as well. I was Demi Moore all the way, and I still am. I love Demi, and I want to see her win that, but I don't know. If Fernanda won, I would be so excited, so happy. Her performance killed me, moved me, and those kids were awesome, all of them. It felt so real. This film felt like I was watching a documentary. I was even sometimes thinking about, like, oh, that's right. Like, they probably had to film this, and obviously it's not the 70s. So the production design, the costumes, all of it really just took me away. The cinematography, just a really well done film that has a lot of joy in it. I think that people are probably not going to talk about the joy that's in it. I'm a big sayer that, like, as the awful's happening, there's also awesome, and there's a beautiful scene in this, that she's kind of feeling that there's this awful thing that's happened, and she looks around this ice cream shop, and there's still the awesome. People are still enjoying their ice cream, having such a great time, and loving their loved ones, able to do this while she's not. So there's this underlining joy underneath the terrible things, the oppression that is happening, the injustices that are happening to her. Ugh, well done. So well done. As I'm speaking about it, I'm changing my mind more and more. I want to see her win. We'll see what happens. Now let's talk about if the Oscars got the nominations right. And yeah, I'm so happy they nominated for Best Picture. That was, I think, a surprise to most, a shock to most, and deserved. I'm so happy that it's up there in that top 10. And for me, it's up there high. It's not even just like, oh, good job, number 10. It's high for me, which we'll have another video for that of me ranking them. Best international feature? Yes, of course. In the international feature category, it's interesting to me that 3 out of the 5 nominees are nominated for other awards, which is very rare to have that many. So, because it's I'm Still Here and Emilia Perez nominated for Best Picture, and Flow nominated for Animated Feature. It's a really exciting year for international films to see who wins. And then obviously Best Actress, they got it firmly right. Yes, that's the screenplay possibly, yeah, like adapted screenplay. This is based off of, I guess, Ruben's memoir, which I'm now interested to see. I don't know if they have an English version of it, but I would read it. Cinematography, I'd give it, and director, but it's hard. There's so many people that I'd want to nominate. So I think that they ultimately got this right. They got Best Picture and Best Actress is amazing and deserved. And so I'm very excited. So that is Aaron's review of I'm Still Here. I think you should go rent it once it's up on streaming if you're not able to see it at a theater. I'm going to be telling everybody. I want everybody to see this movie. It affected me, hit me so hard. It's exactly what I needed at this time. It came into my life at the right time to see this kind of film. I'm very grateful for it. And I'll see it again. Happy award season.